to the palmwhinepodcast. It's your host, Quakes.
It's Sahara. Welcome back. And we've got two lovely guests with us today.
Can you introduce yourself, please?
Ladies first.
Oh, chivalry, yeah? Chivalry.
Smooth criminal. I'm Aaliyah Kamau. Nice to meet you.
I'm Instagram Kamau KP. Nice to meet you all.
Right, shameless plug, bro. Shameless. So, as usual, make sure you follow us on our socials at palmwhinepod, and that's on Twitter and on Instagram at palmwhinepodcast.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So, Kwaku, what are we speaking about today?
Before you even get into that, you
What
forgot
have I
something.
done?
You forgot something.
What did I forget?
A notification bell, my G.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, make sure
Notification bell. Click on it so you know when our next episodes are coming out. Straight away, make sure it's on the top of your feed. Kwaku now.
Lovely. So today we're going to have a juicy topic, a juicy one, and we're going to be talking about relationships today. So I got a question for the group today. So seeing as we talk bare in it, so we're going to fire it off to our guests today.
Okay.
Wow.
Right. So I actually want to ask you guys, what do you think? Like, who has more options in the jungle?
Straight in like that.
Straight in like that.
Okay.
Listen, off the top, bruv. You see how we do it.
Go for it, Leah. You go first.
I feel like what people think we will say is the men, but I actually think women have a lot more options in the jungle. Personally. Just because I just feel like we can navigate around different... I mean, I don't want it to sound like I'm giving away the tactics.
Yeah.
But... yeah, I feel like ladies have a bit more option just because, you know, we're free to kind of, you know, we go out, we go to the club in Central, and then we might go to a house party in, you know, East London, and then there's an AP in South London, and, you know, we just...
Oh, tour de London, yeah?
You know, maybe, yeah, a little tour. But, yeah, I feel like we're able to kind of meet different people wherever we go, which is probably the same for guys, but I feel like girls, we're a little bit more tactical with it, you know?
Come out.
Yeah, I'm giving this some serious thought.
I can see it in your
And I'm
face.
thinking, I feel like the easiest answer is definitely the ladies. Definitely, because, you know, you guys a guy will declare interest and then you guys compend on and think and do what you want to do with that. But, you know, it's 2021, there's such thing as the high value man. So
Went to Kevin Samuels,
So,
yeah?
you
The
know,
high value thing,
the
yeah?
high value
No,
man.
don't bring no Kevin Samuels.
Do not bring him into this.
Please.
That gives the man, when you look at the criteria, you have to agree that those men do have options. So, you know, it's not as straightforward. But in the dunya, which is where I'm from,
The gulag.
that is where women definitely have more options than men.
Sorry, what are you saying?
I don't know, you know. I'm listening to the answers and I'm thinking, it's a bit... I feel like it's quite balanced, I'm not going to lie. In the sense, I feel like it depends on the person as an individual. If you've got a confident female, she can navigate herself anywhere. If you've got a shy female, she's not going to. Likewise, if you've got a shy male, he's going to stay where he is and he's going to expect you to come to him. Yeah. Oh, my friend over there likes you. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna get the guy that's gonna go to every girl in the dance, yeah, and get a wine, get a number, and go home, and don't even save any of the contacts. But you know what? He had a good night.
Aye.
So what do you call it?
It's tight.
It's that. I feel like it depends.
Are you reminiscing about?
No, I'm not reminiscing at all. I'm not
Don't worry,
reminiscing.
So
don't
I
worry.
feel like it depends on the individual. However, if you talk about in terms of if you have an attractive female and she knows she walks in a room, she commands a room or whatever, I feel like overall, if you think of it that way, a female does have the upper hand because a guy could come to her. You know what I mean? Or if she wants to think, she'll start playing with her hair, she starts talking to him, or same girl might go up to that guy and ask for his number.
Ooh.
So I was like, so we call it. I feel like in that sense, and I feel like even if we're talking about clubs and stuff like that, without the females there, are you guys having fun?
I'm gonna let you finish. And then
Aye, 24 watts, boy.
Reclaim your time. Go on.
No, I just feel like we're talking about who has the options. Yes, you're right. There's shy man, shy girls, confident man, but a confident man ain't really got the options. He's just putting himself in the shop window.
I disagree.
It's still the woman. There's still the shy girl. They're still gonna have the say at the end of the day.
Yeah, but that's what I correct. You just said it differently.
Oh, is that what?
That's basically what I just.
So we agree that it's women.
Yeah.
Alright, sensational, sensational. Go on, object.
I just long-winded version.
No,
Sorry,
I mean,
I'm sorry.
I agree, but I was looking at it more from. I'm thinking the way I analyze it is more from a. If I look at your DMs, a man's DMs and a woman's DMs, yeah, a woman's DMs are going to pop more than a guy's DMs.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I agree with
surprised.
The reason why I say that is you see the amount of men. I'll be honest with you, man, them can be scatty and 30 at times, isn't it? They can slide into DMs and you'll see a girl's DMs bare man. But if you look at a guy's DMs, unless they're making that move. They're not gonna have girls flooding their DMs. Girls are not gonna be like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm feeling that guy, because women generally won't shoot their shot.
No, I think women shoot their shot these days.
Your facial expressions there.
I'll say one. I feel like you're going off of the fact that if you look on like those debate blog pages on Instagram or whatever, it's the Insta girls or whatever, and they're showing that A, B, C, D, and E are all in their DMs. If you're taking a normal common girl from East London or whatever,
What Shoreditch side, yeah?
specific ends all the time, but not even but just any old common girl, just a standard girl, somebody like us, yeah, or whatever, and you're thinking about it. We're lucky sometimes if we get 1 or 2 for the year.
DMs.
Okay,
What?
Okay, no, maybe
Wait. She said,
okay, 1 or 2 for
one
the
or
month.
2 for the year.
For the month, let's say for the month then, okay? The common girl or whatever. However, you guys now can post this one. What did Kamau say when we put, oh, what does my bicep look like? 1, 2, side,
It was
side
off camera.
Yeah, we call it
Best
one
reason
side,
off camera tactics. Rah.
one side.
Are your friends really your friends?
One side picture, or whatever, or one flex, or they notice that you've got a new watch or something or whatever. The girls in your
BM
DM.
car.
Yeah. What? The
Yeah.
Wednesday thing, yeah?
Yeah, what do you call it? Hand on the Mercedes Benz
That's
or whatever,
true.
driving
That's
Snapchat.
Hand on the Porsche.
One
Yeah,
day.
See, come.
Future. You have to speak it.
You know?
In the universe, but I feel like that's how it is for you guys anyway.
When you get into the mechanics of it, like obviously the DMs, you're going to be replying to something, whether it's pictures on the page or something that's happened in the story. So yeah, a man can flex the same way. You're right. You can get in a vehicle, and if it's
What's with the H's?
Palm wine.
exactly, and if it's a
Cool whip.
16 plate or later, girls are going to get in them DMs. And
Not even 16 plate now today, to be honest.
well
18.
It will have to be 18 now, yeah.
I swear.
Listen,
Okay.
the numbers go up, bro.
No.
Every month. At this point.
Well, Oyster definitely doesn't get you anything. But, I'll tell you that. Yeah, it doesn't.
No, but if you got game, you could just slide and drop 2 bars and pick up your babes.
What are you going to say? I've got a black Oyster card.
No, you just drop a young. I know you from somewhere, baby. Young ting.
Yeah, no, like if you can sing, you probably sold. It's true.
Yeah. We don't talk
No,
about
not
that.
for me, you know.
Really?
You don't like a
Singing-
man?
Do you know, like, why are you singing?
You know what? R. Kelly ruined it for all our singing dogs.
You
bro.
know?
No, but then there's Usher there.
Yeah, and then you know
But
what
do you
happened
know
to him
what?
as well.
I don't know, because there's certain, certain people who, they think they're better than what they are.
Yes.
So if you're coming to me with your music and it's not
Banging. The math is
like
the math.
that, then that's quite unappealing.
Yeah.
Because why must I have to sit and listen to your music?
nonsense, yeah.
And I hope that you are DMing other girls.
But I'm not the one. Yeah, no, I hear that.
Oh my gosh. No. I respect it.
Don't put your eggs in
respectfully.
my basket.
Yeah, respectfully. I appreciate it.
No, I respect it. I respect the honesty. I respect it.
Respectfully.
Hashtag respectfully.
Yeah.
So
But that man, even if he's got dead bars, dead singer and that, surely you guys rate the confidence, no?
Absolutely.
So it is a balance. He can have the deadest voice in the world, but if he carries
No,
himself
because
like...
if he comes to the wall and starts singing Yo to me, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to look like your man.
And then how do we respond to that? You've come to me with your dead music, and I'm saying, "Oh, is that you? Yeah."
is that not you?
Now what?
Okay, alternatively then, for the guys though, how do you feel, or have you had that situation where girls come up to you, and if not, how would you feel if that did happen?
Wait, she's singing?
No, just generally.
I'm moving away from
Disclaimer.
Yeah, just generally, like she's come up to you, she's tried to shoot her shot.
Me first?
All right, go first, bro. Go for it.
I mean, it's been a long time.
Shouldn't have left you.
But,
And I don't need to step to it.
Nah, I personally like it. I know a lot of guys that don't, but I personally like when a girl makes her intentions clear. You know, like, because at this age, anyway, because what are we? Over 20 now. You don't really want to be playing games. I wonder how she feels.
Just don't be specific.
You don't have to say it. That's a save, isn't it?
Anyway.
Just over 20.
You know, that could be a lot of different things.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Exactly. But yeah, we don't want to be playing games. We want to know what's going on. I don't want to be thinking, oh, you know, eye contact was kind of there. You know, do I have to buy her a drink? No. Come and state your intentions and then make me feel good about buying a drink. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like that.
So what if she asks is, are you gonna buy me a drink? Is that off you?
That's off the cards.
No, we didn't ask.
That's off the cards. I can't
No,
lie.
I'm just putting the question out here. So
People
she's come.
ask.
Yeah, they
Never.
do. I've seen it.
People are brazen in this
When
jungle.
you first meet a guy, girls
I've
will go and
seen
say,
it.
"Can you
Have
buy
you
me a
not seen
drink?"
it on
Are
the
you going to
television?
buy me a
Can you?
drink?
It's
Are
like
you going to buy me a
You've
drink?
spoken for like 5 minutes now. I've seen it myself, and then like, right, are you gonna buy me a drink or whatever? Let's keep talking.
Nah,
So what happens next? Like,
Nah, I rate it. Make your intentions clear so I'm not wasting my time.
Alright.
You know what I'm saying? Because I am a high value man, so I do have options.
We got yourself.
Take that out.
High value.
Question.
High value. So for me, yeah, I'm traditional in the sense that I'll go up to a girl and I chat to them. But if a girl comes and gives me that same energy, it's like, oh yeah, do you know what? I find you attractive. It makes me more inclined to be like, yo, do you know what? Yeah, let me just chat to you. What is it about you? What is it about me that makes you want to come up to me? Because again, women will generally be like, oh, like, what is it about me that made you come and chat to me? Was it the dress? Was it the way I flicked my hair? Was it the way man dashed man's flashed my eyelids at you or something like that? What is it? So
No, but yeah, no.
So for me, it shows an air of confidence. So again, it shows you want what you want, and whether, as Cam said, like we're in the 21st century now, we're above the age of 20, so you need to know what you want. Do you know what I mean? So if you're not willing or able to go up to a man and be like, do you know what, like, I do think you're quite attractive or whatever, then it shows. Obviously, people are different, innit? So the way for me, it will be like, yeah, you're bold, innit? You can come and tell me like, look, boom, your paying is what it is. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I see it. I find it's like confidence, and everyone finds confidence attractive. But I think it's how confident you are. So if I'm chatting to you now and you're like, are you buying me a drink? I'm gonna look at you and be like, no, I'm not, because you're trying to dictate the state of affairs. Whether I want to buy you a drink is on me. I might just like the conversation. But if the conversation bangs, you come up to me and the conversation bangs, I'm gonna be like, do you know what? Let's take this to the bar. Let's continue this conversation over a few more drinks. That's how I do it personally.
Yeah, respectfully.
The
Yeah.
hashtag respectfully.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta put the hashtag in there, innit?
Yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine.
So yeah, what about you lot? Like when guys come and move to you, yeah? Or have you ever shot your shot before? And how has that happened? How has that gone down? See, now that's how they start. Girls will look at you. No, do you know what? How do women shoot their shot? That's what I'm gonna ask. Scrap the first question. How do women shoot their shot? Because I'm just seeing it like, I see so much on, like, even when I'm out with my boys or my missus and stuff like that, and I see girls watching man them just like, hi, like doing something to try and get the guy to chat to them. But first of all, yeah, have you shot your shot? And if you were, how would you do it? If you haven't done it before, how would you do it? Or how do girls shoot their shots?
I don't know. When I was younger, I asked for numbers and things like that. I don't know.
You were bold, boy.
I don't know if that was, but to me, I thought this is right now. This is like childish or whatever. Let's speak over the phone. Let's continue with this over the phone. Especially, I think
Still
this was like when this was like Facebook chat was happening. I ain't got time to as well. And it was T-Mobile 5-day pass.
Yeah, that's £7.50, boy.
Yeah.
But a long way, boy.
Yep. So that's what it was. So then I don't know. And then even my current relationship now, I feel like we wouldn't be in a relationship now if I didn't say or message him when I messaged him. So whatever. So I don't know if I shot my shot in that sense. I just put a little hey stranger.
Right, that is the way. Oh, yeah, that's the way I've seen it before.
So
hey, big head. Hey, stranger.
Or one of those. Yeah, and whatever. We spoke every day since or whatever. But I don't feel. And then he said, right, let's make this official. And ever since, boom. So I don't know, but I've asked him before if I didn't message you at that point because we spoke before, but he hadn't spoken for 2 years. Would you have called for me again? He said no. So I personally feel like in that sense, then I'm shot by shot.
E for energy. E for energy.
And I made it known that I liked him or whatever. I was very open and I was very honest. So in that sense, I do, respect that, and I understand what you guys were saying before. Because I feel like when I was younger, it was kind of like, oh, if you just stare at him, you know what I mean?
You like all his pictures, you'll get the hint. Telepathically, I'm looking at you.
Or whatever. But it actually doesn't work. And the thing is, I feel like the mistake is as well, females forget that men want to be pursued as well. And it's not about losing it doesn't make you less of a woman by doing so, or it doesn't make you desperate by doing so, and you can do it in a feminine way. But that's my opinion on it. You can drop hints and make it very clear to the other guy wagwan with what you're thinking, and let him still do all the steps or connect the dots. You're just laying the dots out for him.
She said dot to dot, boy.
But that's my opinion.
I think it's a fine line though. Because you're right. Because if you make yourself too available, he's gonna know that he can go see Stacey and then come back to you.
To Stacey Adams, you know.
So I think it is a fine line.
Sally.
It's a fine line for you.
What? Fiona Adiola?
Bonquisha.
Bonquisha. Wow.
So I think it's a fine line because if you make yourself too available, but you definitely have. I think I agree on making your intentions clear, but also letting them know, like, you know, you have options too, which goes back to the first bit, innit? Because you can't just be waiting at the bus stop and the bus might not come and might be on diversion.
Analogies.
And you're just waiting there in the pouring rain, boy.
Exactly.
Bringing flowers to no man.
No. What about you? Have you shot your shot?
Wait.
Do you know what? Yeah, I actually have shot my shot before, and I feel like I'm not necessarily the type that will like go. I'll go up, but I'll say something like that's so not shooting my shot. So it will be like if they're like, all right, so one time.
You're thinking of the example.
He's dropping.
So it was like, one time we were sitting there and I was like, oh, he was like eating the sweets and I was like, oh, give me one.
Yeah.
Like,
she said energy.
Yeah, but the way you say it, yeah.
So, then it's like, oh, okay, thanks.
And then when he gave it to you, did you touch his fingers like, thank you?
Yeah, do the little brush.
The little seductive eye thing.
Just asking.
Yeah.
Like the bottom lip, look at him like,
yeah. And you look into his eyes when you put the sweet in your mouth. Yes, then you know.
It's not quite, but you know, from
catch
there.
the eyes, boy.
Yeah, like, you just introduce yourself in a way like, you know, I'm not even here to talk to you about that, but since I'm here, what's your name?
Yeah.
It's so like, it's probably, for a man's capacity, it's so smooth that you didn't even know it was happening. And now you text me.
Because it looks like you're just asking for conversation.
Exactly. It's just, I would rather, and also I think it's important to like start off as like on a friendship thing. Like, you don't need to go in with intention just off the cuff, like already
major
I'm looking
key.
across. There's my husband.
Major
right
key
there.
alert.
Yeah, you know,
major
like,
key.
yeah, you can just go there and just be like, oh, do you know what? This person is kind of cute. Let me just go and just spark up conversation that they don't even realize is happening, and then you can just see where it goes from there.
Bro, boy, I bet them like that just blind that they don't see it, Cameron. This is what they're trying to say.
A lot of guys don't see it straight away.
Nah, we know. We know. If you're a veteran in the game, we know, you know?
Oh, what? Veteran.
And it's the Palm Wine Podcast. And it's the Palm Wine Podcast. And it's the Palm Wine Podcast. Yeah, and it's the Palm Wine Podcast.
Next question.
So when it comes down to like dates, right? What's Please finish, you're killing me already.
Please finish.
So if you're shooting your shot, would you ask a man on a date? Would you ever ask a man on a date?
Yeah.
So that's your. I already know what you think. So
wow.
Sorry.
To any girl that's watching this, you can do that.
Yeah, I was like,
wow. You can. You're just taking every girl confidence.
Wait, so let's even flip this just from Kamal's reaction to that. If we call it your girlfriend, this is just generally speaking now, you're in a relationship and your girlfriend says, right, babe, we call it, we're going out tonight, my treat.
No, that's completely different
It's a date!
That's completely different to...
Prior.
So you're
You know what I'm saying? The new girl.
Listen, I'm like, calm, let's do this.
So what, are you talking about the very first one? Are you just talking generally, this is somebody you're dating?
Someone that you just got the number last week. You know what I'm saying?
And she said it first before you.
And she's like, yeah, come, let's go Hakkasan.
Yeah. If she said Hakkasan on the first date, I can't lie. It's the economy's a little bit tight still.
Bro.
And is she paying?
No,
you know she's not.
Oh, wait. I've got a good one for this.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've got a good one for this. I don't know if you guys saw this on Instagram a couple of weeks ago, where she was saying, basically, there was this girl, it was a black girl, was speaking about going out on the first date, and she said, whoever asks for the first date is the one who's going to pay. So basically, and she was saying to girls specifically, so when they're saying pursuing, when you're going to take me out on a date, you've asked now, so you pay. And the comment section for whoever
flames.
You know what, it really was. I want to know your guys' opinion on that. And also, as guys, and then we'll go on to girls, what do you call it? When you go on your first date, what's your intention in terms of payment? So first question.
Okay.
Is if the person, whoever asks, do you agree, pays for the date? First question.
Well, I've never known a girl to ask for the first date. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I feel for the parenting at that point.
Oh,
but
no. See, now you're attacking mothers and fathers.
Controversial statements.
Listen, he said they were paying from early, innit? And he gave a disclaimer.
They came from an unstable home.
Yes, exactly. So, you know, that's too far. Yes, definitely state your intentions, but no, you can't be asking for the date. You can drop the little C's. It would be nice to go here. It would be nice to go there, but do not ask for a date, ladies. Please. And,
you know what? He looked at the camera. I said that.
He said,
"Are you rude? Are you rude or are you rude?"
But to land, I'm old school. So if first date, I got that. One time, a girl did beat me to the punch, but my intention was always, as you asked, my intention was always to pay for it. But I do rate it if you do reach for the wallet at the same time. You know what I mean? Or purse. What about you, Quicks?
Ooh, economy's tighter. No, I'm joking. So for me, if you ask me out on a date, my natural instinct is first date I'll pay.
Okay.
On principle, because for me, we're naturally men are providers, innit? So you're still in the courting phase. They're still, when you're dating somebody, they're still gonna see. Everyone's got their checklist, right? So men have their checklist in their head mentally. Women have their checklist in their head mentally. For guys, it might be like, oh, is she willing to be like, no, don't worry, put it away? Or is she gonna be like, is she nice to the waiter? Or is she nice to the people that serving? Something like that. So mentally, men will be like, for example, I'll be real, for me, if you're nice to the waiter or the waitress or whoever's serving you, it shows that
you have manners.
I'm gonna say you were brought up the right way, innit? But
don't lead the women astray, bro. Because you got their man. You can't. They're not allowed to look at the waiter in the eye, bro. The man will be upset. The man will be like, what are you looking at him for? Where do you know him from? Where do you know him from?
So,
but that's the same with some females as well.
Yeah. But I mean, it's more about how you treat them as opposed to if you're staring at them with starry-eyed, puppy dog eyes
So
and that.
basically, you don't want her to be.
Not like,
calling him over.
Aye, where's my food, fam? I don't want that. I'll be like, oh yeah, excuse me, like my man ordered this or the person I'm dating ordered this. You got it wrong. Can you kind of take it back? So checklist in their head on the date. So for me, I don't mind about paying in it because I need to show my woman that I'm a provider naturally. So she's gonna look at me to provide anyway. So if I can't do that from the first date, she's gonna look at me like, rah, this guy's a bit. Not.
Yeah.
Can I interject, please?
Go on.
So,
So polite with it.
from what I just heard, I thought it was very interesting.
Yeah.
On the date, do you like it when your lady speaks for you? Because I feel like
You picked up on that, yeah.
No, I mean, I think it's because naturally women are more likely to do that. Even if, for example, if I get something, let's say someone messes up my order, I'm more like, you know what? Fine. But if I'm like, oh yeah, they got the order wrong, I know my missus will be like, excuse me, hi, yeah, I ordered this, we got this wrong. Can we do something about it?
can I redirect that to the ladies?
All right.
If you was out with Kwaku or your significant other, and they didn't want to complain about the food, just because through the grapevine I've heard, like, wouldn't that annoy you? Wouldn't you be like, why isn't he speaking up for himself?
No,
You expect the man to be humble in that situation.
No, I would 100% speak up for you because I just know the type of person that I am, and it's fine, babe. I've got this.
She's
And then I'm
like,
excuse me.
yeah. To
Let
say
me
it
take care of
eloquently
it
as
because-
well.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we
Yeah.
can say it politely. You know, we all went to university.
You
Like,
see?
we know how to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
We
and, you know,
eloquent.
and
We
also,
eloquent.
you know, we all have that mask. We know how to talk to certain people. So it doesn't need to be a thing where, oh, he can't defend himself, he can't speak for himself. It's a thing where, you know what, you're providing, so let me, you know, do my womanly thing and look after my man. He's got some food here that he didn't ask for.
she
So
said,
I'm going to
stats.
take care of that.
We in a poetry session now, yeah? Come on.
I mean,
Come on.
That's what. But I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with
I'm
it.
happy to do that.
Yeah,
Okay, no, I just feel like with masculinity, it's a fine line, isn't it? Whereas, like, if I'm
but
too
that doesn't
chilled,
make
if
that
I'm
doesn't
too
make it.
chilled,
It
doesn't that make me
it.
look a bit?
I feel like what Kwaku was kind of saying was that he's just sometimes, you know what I mean, he asks for French fries, I gave him sweet potato fries. You know what? He still likes it. It's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
However,
Basically.
yeah, but basically, as females, we're like, no, that's not what they ordered. You know
the
what I mean?
principle.
And whatever, you know, or what you got? You didn't season this right, or he asked for medium well, and you've given him medium. Can he just have 5 more minutes or something? It's fine. But the thing is, we know as men, you're just gonna take what you're given.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
If we cook for you at home, you're getting what you're given. So it's the same way. You just sit there and take it. So it's more so us being.
It's because we know we do it for ourselves. Like,
Yeah.
if our food was wrong,
We'll do it. Yeah.
you'll be saying something. So, you know, it's the same.
But do you know what's interesting? You said that in terms of like men take what they're given. I in a relationship sense, I disagree with you.
Yeah.
Oh, the magnum hit my chest there, boy. Woo! I feel like you get what you ask for to a degree. Because if you don't ask, you don't get. If you don't communicate, you don't get. If you don't say, look, I can't lie, I might need this or I might want that or da-da-da-da-da-da-da, for example, you might not get it because you're expecting someone to read your mind. Do you know what I mean? Communication's biggest killer of relationships.
Yeah, it is.
Do you know what I mean? Or lack thereof. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I have to put that English word there, innit? Lack thereof, word of the week.
I'm
Love
done.
to see it.
Phrase of the
Phrase of the week. Phrase of the week.
Definitely a couple words.
And KP, fix your face, bro.
No, I'm just saying there's 2-3 words. Anyway,
Hey, fix your
I hear
face,
that.
bro.
I do hear that.
No, but it's yeah. So I just skipped and jumped into the whole next thing. But so before we even get to the actual relationship stage, what are your funny experiences on dates?
Oh, Lord.
You guys, I've done enough talking. You guys handle this one.
Oh,
Do you
right.
know what?
Right, KP, is that what you did? Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to figure out which one.
Oh.
Genuinely, I have been on some dates, especially like when I was in like college, and that was the first time I actually started properly like dating people and like going out on dates. Like, I remember I went on one date, which kind of ties back into the money situation with a guy, and we went out for dinner. Went to this burger place, and it was really nice. He asked me out. It was okay, like, you know, it was okay. I wouldn't say it was the best date. I wouldn't say it was the worst date. But then
Somewhere
when the
between,
bill
yeah.
came, he said, "Now, all right. So this burger place, like the burgers are quite pricey, and you don't get anything. You can either just get the burger and you have to add on your sides.
Yeah.
So obviously, when the bill came, he was like to me, "Oh, so I got your burger," and I was just thinking. So I had all the chips and a milkshake. He did not cover chips and the milkshake.
Oh.
He just paid for just the burger.
Should have read the T's and C's.
Wow.
Read the T's and C's.
So things like that for me, because you know at that time we was young. I feel like 18, but if you're gonna ask somebody on a date, I agree with whoever asks should probably pay, and you should probably pay for the whole meal.
Not just the part, not a
Not
portion.
just-
Pay
Just
for
a
portion.
It needs to
and
be discussed beforehand.
Yeah.
But I
definitely.
feel
If you're not gonna pay for it completely in full, and you're thinking of going Dutch, as they said on what was it? First dates that time.
Double
So, no,
Dutch, boy.
let's go Dutch. We call it. If you're thinking of that in your head, I can't afford to pay for this £70 meal. I need to go pay 35.
But also, I
Say
think
in advance.
it's so important.
Stay within your price lane.
Yeah, for girls as well. Like you know, like don't go on no date without no money.
Oh no!
Under any
Never.
circumstances, because I feel like a lot of girls do. Like, okay, he's asked you out, but you don't know. You just don't know.
Me.
Like at one point, maybe his card. I've been on another date where his card literally didn't work. Allegedly.
He
Yeah,
knew
that's
beforehand.
what
Allegedly.
He knew beforehand.
Allegedly.
He knew.
It just so happened that the card didn't work. I had to cover both of the
Ooh.
everyone.
He must have put it in the microwave before he came out.
Literally.
You make sure it malfunction before I did it.
Trust me.
Like,
have
you
anything
can't
beforehand.
go on a date without any money because things do happen. Whether they're intentional or not, things do happen. So, I think, you know.
Sahara, what you got?
We call it. I'm not even gonna lie, and I'm not even gonna string no story together. We call it. Before I got into my relationship I'm in now, I didn't really go on any dates. But we call it. I think the most I ever had, if somebody just tried to ask me out on Valentine's Day, so I said, okay, right, you've asked me out on a date. So I actually asked him. I was just really ballsy because I knew what was coming next. I said, are you gonna pay? He said no. I said, okay, we're not going anywhere then.
E for energy.
I'm not going anywhere. Don't ask me out to go on any for Valentine's as well. And I think since I don't know, I have a mantra anyway for myself, which is I don't celebrate Valentine's Day or whatever. I don't. So I haven't. I've been in a relationship for so long. I have not done a Valentine's Day.
Why is that?
Yeah,
Because
read
every
my
day
mind,
is
bro.
Valentine's Day.
Oh,
Why are you
Oi.
gonna give me on one day of the year and the day that everybody else is getting gifts and thing, you're gonna give it to me as well? For me, I'd rather you on the 23rd of June do something special for me
4
or
PM,
whatever. Yeah,
Just
whatever.
on a random
Buy
trip.
me, you get me the hotel with the flowers or whatever, and saying, you know what, this is just for you being you. I love you, babe, or whatever. Then for me to go to the restaurant now and I'm hearing, I love you, 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 I love you. That's dead. So for me,
That's a chorus of I love you.
yeah, we're all,
Coming like
we're all
one
here for
choir.
the same reason, and we're all fighting for
Yeah.
the same table. The premiums go up, the hotels for the weekend is at an extra £200. What are we doing?
Them cards, them chocolates, pricey, man.
Yeah.
But what? So you never feel left out?
No, I still get flowers. He
Yeah.
still gives me stuff.
Oh, but you just don't give him nothing.
We call it.
Okay, I get it
that's a
now.
whole nother
I get it now.
question.
I get it now. I get it now.
Should girls give a gift on Valentine's Day to the man as well?
I mean, I've got gifts on Valentine's Day for my babes.
I've given stuff. Let's not be completely stuff. I've written poems.
Correct.
That's what I'll do on that day. Because I do.
You go, girl. You
That's
give your
what
man
I've
some
done.
Listen,
poetry.
you're just gonna record like a
Okay.
nice video, direct to that
You know
take.
me.
You know what I mean?
That's what I've done. I've done stuff like that. But then I'll go out all out for his birthday, or we try and do a couple of times a year. We'll do like an extravagant that type of date nights, and we alternate. So that's our kind of thing. So for me, I know 14th of February is coming, but I've noticed recently now he wants to be doing stuff. Well, no, we spoke about this, babe. I'm fine, you know.
That's
but
so interesting that you say that as well, because usually, like, it's a female who probably would be like
Instigating.
instigating
different.
Valentine's Day.
I'm
and the
very
man-
different. I don't.
Yeah,
I'm
pulled
not.
up to the sea when your celibacy, yeah?
Yeah, I'm done. Because I said it twice.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I can't. For me, I just can't. I don't really. Yeah, it doesn't cater to me at all. But yeah,
It's interesting, though. What about you, Leah? Valentine's Day? What are you saying?
Me, I'm like, love Valentine's Day. I'm such a... I think it's lovely. I do. Like, I mean, you know, there's been Valentine's Day where I ain't had nobody, and it's been Valentine's Day. And
Yeah,
there's
Valentine's
been
Day is
Valentine's
nice.
Day where I have, like, and it's been lovely. So, yeah, I'm not like, I agree with you in a sense where it's like, you know, don't just show me this kind of love on one day. It has to be consistent, and, you know, no one's saying it has to be frequent, but, you know, just every now and again when you want to show your appreciation, then you should do something nice like that. And also, I do believe it should come from the girls and the guys. Like, I'm more than happy to buy. I'm a gift person. So if it is Valentine's Day, if it's your birthday, right, I'm ready to go shopping and get you this, that, and the other. Like, I like doing that. So, you know, I'm here for Valentine's Day personally.
KP, what are you saying?
it's sticky.
I'm gonna get myself. I'm gonna get
He
myself.
agrees with me and he agrees
Nah.
with me as well.
He doesn't want to
No,
get
no,
his
no,
head
no, no.
away.
That's what it is.
Careful
Well,
what you
says.
say.
I wasn't a believer in Valentine's Day.
However,
You've changed. It's changed.
Yeah, no, and then I understand. Instead of trying to do it randomly throughout the year, girls are always gonna slyly. That's why I don't believe you. Girls are always gonna slyly want to compete with other girls. I just feel like that's a fact.
If social media
Yeah,
didn't
of course.
exist, you'll be minding your own business.
Exactly. I agree. But it's
Fact.
2021.
To some extent, because obviously you still want to have like that little chat with your girls, like, oh, so what did he do for you on Valentine's Day?
So even still, it's outside of the gram. Obviously, the gram is like the highlight reel. So everybody's gonna be posting off that. I'm in the hotel with the flowers, with roses
teddies.
and joy and fun and banter and all of that stuff, right? But do you know what? Yeah, sorry, KP, go through it. I didn't want
That's what I'm
to. I didn't want to
saying,
interject you there. I'm sorry, bro.
No, it's cool.
Go
So
through.
I've realised it's easier because instead of trying to keep her on her toes, she hasn't got that same reference
Because
point.
she expects it on that day.
Exactly. Whereas if you just do Valentine, because I didn't like Valentine, I didn't like Christmas. No, real Rasta, you can see from there. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't like none of them. But I understand it's just like, so she has that reference point. Because if you just do it randomly, she's gonna forget. Oh, you never take me nowhere. Last Tuesday I took you out. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Man said he comes with the receipts.
Yeah, I have the receipts.
The
I have the
list.
receipts always because it was
Not
in the
a
budget.
list.
It was in the budget. But I
The
realized
iPhone app notes, boy. The iPhone notes.
Exactly,
Spent
exactly.
$16.99
So-
at Burger King.
Whoa.
not Burger King. Let me check that. Not Burger King.
He said GBK.
So
Five
like,
Guys?
yeah, man. So I realized it's easier. It's easier to keep tabs on if you fall in line with everyone else, innit? So I do it now, unfortunately.
Fair dues.
Quickly, did you want to answer?
No, I mean, listen, man can answer it. That was P for pressure, but you know what they say? Pressure makes diamonds. You get me?
Okay.
Come on.
Bars.
Don't make carbon in these streets, bruv. Carbon's brittle. Diamonds endure. You get me? So me and Valentine's Day, I love it. I'm not gonna lie. As a guy, for me, I love to make my partner feel like they are on cloud nine. That's just how I am in general, right? Valentine's Day gives me an excuse to just go all out, right? I'm gonna be real. As much as I love doing it, there's also the caveat that I don't want it to be a thing where if I'm doing it for my girl, it's plastered and everyone's competing with each other. I don't mind you posting it, it's just that I don't want it to be a competition. Like, Sally from down the road got flowers, where's my roses? Where's my camera? Like all of that. I don't play that game. But I will go out of my way for my missus to make sure she feels special. On Valentine's Day, I'll either cook a 3-course meal or, set out the room with some like rose petals. Man, them take notes, innit? Set out the room with rose petals, put like a little heart shaped and candle lights and stuff around the dinner table, or take them to a nice restaurant, or, book a young hotel. Man, them just take the notes, innit? I'm just giving you the juice, innit?
I don't even feel like, I mean, I can only speak for me, but I feel like some girls, it doesn't even need to be a matting, like it just needs to be your time.
So they say.
Like you're putting, no.
Yes.
Don't
Yeah,
do
no.
that.
No.
Don't do that.
I agree with Cam.
You don't. I feel like you don't. It needs to be literally an acknowledgement on the day and your time.
It is.
That's
it's
what
time.
I think.
There is, but then I think at the same time, we're in a generation now where if it's not Dubai, if it's not Dubai, if it's not like big, some girls, some women bypass it. They'll be like, if it's not what Mary Kate, Ashley, Oluwafemi, Bami, Dami, Bonquisha, and the like got, then it's like, do you really love me? Do you really care about me? Do you really love me? I didn't get this, but she got. That's for me. It's the comparison thing. It's the comparison thing that gets me. I don't mind Valentine's Day, but the comparison thing annoys me.
But women should know like their man. You know what your
And
man
vice versa.
is like, what he's like in his finances, what he's like when like his opinion on things like this. So you should know.
Communication.
Amen to that. Like I just feel like your man. You know what he's I don't want to say capable of doing, but I feel like you're not gonna expect, Gaucho from,
From a Nando's budget.
his delivery drive. Like
I'm done
no,
from the delivery driver. It won't even let you go out. It was from the wow.
Ross is-
That's funny. Sorry, that is funny. But it's true. It's true. It's expectation.
So, following on from that point, how do you feel like expectations impact relationships? Or has expectations impacted your relationships?
Of course it will, because everyone has. Even though you join a relationship, or you get into one, and you go past that honeymoon phase, or whatever, where everything's nice and all you're doing is, you know, you're hitting up Shoreditch, you're hitting up Stratford, you're going, what is it, swingers golf or whatever, you know?
Top golf.
Top golf or whatever.
Top
you know,
golf.
you're doing all of the activities or whatever, and now the summer holiday's done now.
And the bank account is 5.
Yeah, finished or whatever. Now, yeah, you're talking about serious things, and especially like when you get to that 2-year stage, it's kind of like, where do we go from here?
Where do we go from here?
Yeah, you know what I mean? And now you're really truly getting to know this person. Now you're seeing like how they are when they're pissed off, what ticks them off, what you do that ticks them off, and vice versa or whatever. And can you stand this person when the times are rough?
Can you stand the rain?
That's the reason. That was the point of that song. Exactly. There's gonna be bad times. There's gonna be good times, and I feel like that's a relationship. But as you say, you can have the word of the day as communication.
Hashtag.
What you call it? If you don't have that in the relationship, you're absolutely fucked. If I pull it, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be crass with the language. But we call it.
He thought this was a family show.
I can swear all this time.
Oh damn! This is what we doing here.
I'll be politically correct. But we call it no. But if you don't have that, you're pissed off. Especially if you're trying to do something and see it through the future. Like you see this guy, you see this girl, and you're like, you know what I mean? This is the one. This is who I'm gonna marry. If you can't speak to this person or whatever in the good times, or you can only speak to them in the good times, but when it's bad, now you guys aren't talking for 2 weeks. What are you doing? You need to find that.
Love?
You need to find that bridge now to come, even if it's a thing of right. We're arguing. Let's have our 10-minute cool down. You go in the living room. I'll go upstairs. We'll come back down. Let's resolve this or whatever. Then you know what I mean. Then hug, watch EastEnders, whatever, and go to bed. Netflix and chill. Go to bed. Go to bed and continue. But it's that communication is key at the end of the day. So yeah, but
with expectations, I think I like my trim. It's gone back full circle because it's like in terms of let me land. In terms of women
landing,
like no stating their expectations, like just from when you meet. I agree. Everyone comes in with expectations, so then it becomes your favorite word, communication. Like, look, I want to do this. I'm not going to put this on you. It's just this is something that's important to me. So cool, I'll pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Or I will tell you that this is what I want. Instead of you being a psychic or having to be a psychic to know what I want, my expectations are this. We can talk about it, or I'm just going to do it like this, you know? But definitely it's about stating your intentions. In the beginning, when you chat to him in the rave, all the way fast forward to this is what I expect.
Come on.
This is what I expect in a relationship. So speak up and put your money where your mouth is sometimes, necessarily, if your man isn't, you know what I'm saying, as on it as you would have hoped.
it's not just money.
No, but yeah, of course. But sometimes expectations is, you know what I'm saying, I want to be moved out by X, or I want to go to this restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it is either state your intentions or do what you have to do.
Yeah.
Or go with the girls sometimes, because sometimes you have that where it's like, I only want to go with you. But it's like, I've been, I ain't paying for that ticket again. You know what I'm saying? So like, I've been, so okay, cool. Either we can cry about it, or you can maybe find someone else that's not Tyrone, and you know, and go from there. But yeah, I think state your intentions, keep it moving.
It's you two left. You're looking at the both of us.
Me? No. So like, I agree. You know what? I agree with KP in terms of like, you got to communicate. Like, no matter what's going on, I feel like in our generation, we just think communication is just saying everything that comes to your head, right? I'm very quickly learning, right, that communication is not just saying what comes to your head. It's tact, it's nuance, you can say several things in several different ways. Man, them take note. Girls too. You can say, for example, I spoke to my boy about this the other day about like relationships and stuff, and he was like, Kwaku, I could tell you that you're a dickhead straight away. Yeah? Wow. Blunt, direct like that. And you're gonna want to scrap me. You're just gonna want to be like, what? Are you mad, bruv? That's just gonna be you. But if I say, look, I can't lie, the way you're moving right now, you're behaving in a way that's a bit left. The way you're acting, the way you're coming across, you're acting like a bit of a dickhead. Yeah.
Delivery.
That will change the whole way I'm going to receive it. He said, I will even use the same word, but because of how I've said it, you're going to handle it better. and it made me think, like, how do I handle things with my family, my friends, even in romantic relationships with my partner? Like, how do I handle that? Am I more like off the cuff, like boom, 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 or am I more like, you know what? All right, let me take time to cool off, think about this logically, rationally, and take my emotion out of it. Because everyone, like, I feel like in relationships, women are seen as the more emotional, right? Because they're more expressive emotionally. But I think man them are just as emotional, but we don't know how to handle our emotions in a healthier way.
Because you're not taught.
Ooh.
Upbringing, yeah, that's it.
Well, like we were speaking like the other day or whatever, we call it, you know what I mean, men need to be this, men need to be that, you know what I mean, you need to be strong, you need to provide, you need to protect. So all of the, what's the word again? It was connotations. It was last week, we said, is it connotate or denotate? And all of the connotations lead to, we call it, you basically have to be level-headed. You can't fool. Women are now, it's all right for you to be the damsel in distress. However, for me, seeing a guy get so riled up to the point where he's brought to tears lets me know that he's vulnerable in that moment. I want to hug you now. I want to hold you. I want to console you now. What's wrong, babe? Tell me what's going on.
Right, she said energy, bruv. E for energy.
Because
I love it.
And what you call it. And now I know that you're even probably in a state of mind where I'm going to be able to connect to
you emotionally.
Yeah, and get exactly what you're saying without heat of the moment or anything involved in it. When anger's involved as a juxtaposition or whatever, you're shouting at me now. I'm not hearing shit. Because now I feel like you're attacking me. Like what you said with your friends, the way you say things. So for me, the moment emotion is involved, I'm there. Then let me set the red table. Let me sit down, whatever, and put your feelings down or whatever on the thing. And I feel like when guys do that, I feel like more guys need to do that and accept that and be vulnerable.
Well, if more guys need to do that, then more girls need to stop with the but. Because I feel like that's what happens a lot. That's what happens a lot
I agree.
when we get emotional.
Sometimes I do that.
You know, when we open up, it's always, but you're not taking me seriously, or but what about when no, let us have our turn, and then we come back to your turn, innit? But we get shut down a lot, which is what I'm realizing. Why don't I open up? Oh, it's because every time I open up, I get shut down.
Yeah.
Well, I don't feel like everything's been addressed or kind of thing.
No, I just don't feel like you're taking my feelings as much as yours. Because I'm the man, you're the girl, you're used to that certain pattern. So I think, I agree with what you're saying. We have to be more emotional or more open. Expressive. But, stop with the buts, because you guys do that sometimes.
No, I get it. No, I agree. I've been that person before.
So what took you out of it? What made you change that?
Because you're going around in circles.
Yes,
it's spinning around.
Correct.
This one thing keeps coming up every couple of months. It might be every couple of weeks. Why do we keep getting here? I keep telling you this, or if it's me, I keep telling you this, and you keep doing this back to me. So, okay, fine. Right, let's air it out one more time. I promise you I'm listening or whatever. Now I've taken mental note. You call it, sorry, you're apologising or whatever. Because I know sometimes it's difficult to say that you're wrong.
Ooh, this is that's the post that started this whole thing.
Yeah. Sometimes it's difficult to say that you're wrong in that moment because you're so pent up and sometimes because especially when you're used to being by yourself and all of a sudden now you've got to think about somebody else and it's like how you and put somebody else first.
Yeah,
you do. Cause I've been that person and I've had it back to me as well. So I kind of had to let go of my self and also think what's making me even keep doing this. It's not you. It's the last person.
Ooh. Hey, you spitting.
So
spitting
no,
facts.
but it is. But that's what if we're going now into if we're moved into this relationship stage and patterns and stuff like that and how do we get past it or whatever. I suppose you going into a relationship, you need to know yourself first. I feel like the mistake some of us make, some male and female.
I'm gonna caveat the word some and say a lot of us make.
Okay, cool. No, it's fair, but I didn't want to be journalistic because some people will take it to heart.
No, but it's fact.
Yeah,
it's fact. A lot of us make the same
we
mistake.
brought the suitcase from the last 10 flights.
That's tattered, battered, bruised. With all the old dusty clothes in there.
All of the tickets under those little labels. We brought it through. And we haven't resolved it.
Somehow it managed to make it through security and we didn't,
We're getting patted down.
Listen,
You've been brought to the room.
You didn't hear the beep, man. We got scanned through the X-ray thing,
So
sorted.
I think that's what it is. I feel like me accepting that I can be wrong, accepting that I'm not perfect. I never thought I was, but because of how I was bringing myself, it was coming across that way. And just accepting for saying simple things as sorry or whatever, and actually making the effort to not do it again. Because there's no point in saying sorry and then doing it again as well. But it's taught, or you have to teach yourself. You have to come out of that pattern, and then it won't happen straight away. So maybe the third time now you're like, I know we've had this argument on this day or whatever. You want to bring up the references, fine. But we call it, I'm human. I'm getting there, and I've acknowledged it from this time. Just give me time. I'm getting there. The sixth time comes around now. We'll speak about the same thing. It's done in 5 minutes.
So, guys, yeah, do you think that relationships require a lot of tolerance?
Yeah.
And not just patience, but tolerance.
Yeah.
Dude, you even dived into the mic like I was about to think.
You repeated the question. Just in case you didn't hear me. Let me let somebody else speak.
Go on, KP, Leo, what are you saying?
Yeah, no, I definitely do think it takes a lot of tolerance, and also I feel like people are somewhat stuck in their ways sometimes as well, and people don't seem to take accountability for certain things that they have.
That A word is big.
Let me and again.
Listen, no, it's not communication anymore. The word for the pod is accountability.
Exactly, because a lot of the time you don't even realize what you're doing wrong. I think some people, they don't even want to take the time to think, okay, where did I play a part in this issue? What did I do? Or maybe, like we said about delivery, the way you say something to someone is, they can take it a completely different way to the way you intend it. But just in the heat of the moment, it can just go left. That's why it's always important, like in your relationship, to see your other half in every light. You need to see them in the good times. You need to see them when they're vexed. You need to see them when they're sad.
Yeah.
Because then you know how to navigate them. You know how to take them. And they also need to accept you for what you might provide. Because like we said about, what was the word?
Accountability.
Not just
#
accountability, but
expectation.
Yeah, having expectations. Like, just because you've got into this issue and you expected them to act one way, but they've acted a different way, and that's thrown you all the way off. But you have to be prepared that people are not going to give you exactly what you're expecting or how you interpret things. And I feel like that happens a lot in relationships. Sometimes you think, oh yeah, he's done this because she don't care. Or he's done this because this, or like, when sometimes it's not, I don't care, it's, I haven't experienced this before, and I'm just trying to navigate my way around it, and I'm trying to understand it in a way that I think I know how. But then it comes with, you've got give and take, isn't it? Give and take, learn how to teach each other the way that you can cohabit together, because that's what's really going to have longevity in a relationship, if you two both know how it works.
And I'll jump onto that as well, because the question was about tolerance, but accountability is the key word, because you'll have arguments and then the person will admit that they're wrong.
I just feel like he was throwing bare shade. It's like bare teacher's pet vibes.
You'll have arguments and then the person will realise that they're wrong and they'll say, okay, I'll try. And there's no accountability in I'll try. What are you doing to make the difference in it? You keep forgetting my birthday, put it in your calendar, opposed to I'll try next year. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. It has to be the accountability of, it's not just I'll try, I will do. Even if it's, if it's not the whole way,
I like that.
what are you going to do to take accountability other than hopefully it will get better? No, what are you going to do to make it better?
And don't say actions.
Speak louder,
I think actions, words need to match. I also think in terms of what you just said there, I'm not going to try. What am I going to do?
Yeah, I like that.
Because again, I've noticed in like previous relationships and relationships that I'm in now, stuff like that, that a lot of the things that can be a bit challenging is how do we resolve problems? What are we going to do to make sure a problem isn't repeated? So we can just say, oh my gosh, I feel upset because you left the chicken out last night and it's now moldy, or I'm upset because you left the toilet seat up and you didn't put it down, all of that stuff. But it's like, okay, practically, what are we going to do to make sure this doesn't happen again? Because at the same time, we can all say how we feel. After you say it, what next? That's pretty much me. I'm very much like, do you know what? We've had this issue. What are we doing to solve it? Because I don't want us to go round and round and round and round and round talking about feelings without coming to an action plan. Because too many times I've noticed like with other relationships with my boys and stuff like that, it's the same conversations, but it's not, okay, we're going to sit down. This is the core issue. How do we address this? What do you need me to do? What do you need to do? How can we deal with it together? Because I think a lot of the times in relationships, we get into one like me or you. We get into me or you instead of what can we do? Do you know what I mean? But on that note, I think we're gonna call it there. But before we go, Lee, KP, where can we find you? What are you doing? Let us know. Yeah, so Lee, what are you doing? What you got going on?
What am I doing? What I got going on? It's hard. When people ask me that question, I never know how to even what to start with. You can find me on @Aaliyah McKay on Instagram. I only have Instagram. Trying to get rid of social media as quick as I can. What am I doing? Got a play out. Got some music videos out. Anyone needs a director for a music video?
I like your girl.
Yeah, that's me.
Hold on, before we get into that, sorry, KP. What play is coming out? What is it about?
Okay, so he's put me on the spot.
Of course.
Okay, cool. So my play is called History on the Road. It's all about black women. It's an all black women female cast, and it's basically goes in and out of time. All of the big empowering things that have happened to women in British culture. So yeah. See that on the 9th and 10th of August in Camden on Camden Fringe Festival. Tickets, I believe, are actually out now.
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
So
yeah, might as well.
book your ticket, bring a friend, and bring another friend.
Bring all your friends.
And bring all your friends, bring everybody you know, because, you know, I'm here to enlighten, I'm here to send a message out there. You know, we're always talking about American history, and it's time for us to, you know, educate ourselves on what's going on right here.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Cool. Yep. Instagram Kamau KP. As I said, I'm a friend of the podcast, so hopefully they'll bring me back. No pressure.
Hashtag cancelled, yeah.
No, other than that, if you call Aaliyah for a music director, then I'm also a model as well. So
oh, is it the left bicep or the right bicep that you put out?
It's a deal.
either way.
Get a director, get a model free.
Buy one, get one free. I'd love to see it. Buy the model, get the director free as well. Do you get me? Shameless. But yeah, no, thanks for listening. It's been the Palm Wine Podcast. Yeah. And it's the Palm Wine. Hey. And it's the Palm Wine Podcast. Yeah. And it's the Palm Wine. But yeah, no, all jokes aside, make sure you hit us up on the socials @palmwhinepod. And at Instagram @palmwhinepodcast.
And as always, and as always, follow, subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share. We're also going to be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. And
make sure you join the conversation with the following hashtags: #Palm and they love us, #PalmWhinePod, and #PW Podcast.
Amen. Thank you, guys.
And it's the Palm Wine Podcast.